Hey there and welcome back to another DBD state of the game kind of video. The first one I did pretty recently, did pretty well in terms of views and like reception. You guys seem to like it. I actually enjoyed being able to rant about the game for a sec. It felt very freeing to do. And the beautiful thing about these videos is that they take way less time to make compared to my full gameplay videos. So I can probably just fit these into the time frame between like full uploads. So if there's ever anything to talk about in terms of the state of the game, any controversies or drama, I could, make these little videos in between the 4 or 5 days it takes me to upload the next gameplay video. Anyways, with that being said, we have an official response from Dead by Daylight about the state of the game with the Walking Dead update, and I'm very happy to say that compared to my last video I made, I can actually be pretty positive about behavior today. I don't want to be negative at all towards anyone, really. If I can be positive, I will. I'm not trying to find drama. My main bread and butter is the gameplay videos, so I can just be completely honest in these and not have to, try to make it more interesting than it is. But yeah, they said, "Hello folks, we have followed your conversations very closely about the state of the game of late, and we agree it's not in the place we all would like it to be. Recent releases, including our most recent, have introduced frustrating new issues which have distracted from your enjoyment of Dead by Daylight. We wanted to acknowledge this and let you in on the steps we'll be taking to resolve these issues in the short and long term." First off, I just want to say it's a great response. I'm really appreciative that they're being honest about, them acknowledging that the game's not in the greatest spot right now. I'm glad they acknowledge that and don't just kind of ignore that. Along with posting this message, we are kill switching the following perks which currently have issues: Streetwise, Blood Rush, Last Stand. The Streetwise issues I've heard are crazy. You can just get like a toolbox with 5 million charges by exploiting the perk. And I think originally they weren't going to kill switch any perks or anything like that because that's not how they do it. Usually they only kill switch stuff that causes like actual crashing and unplayability. Technically speaking, you can still play the game even with these bugged perks, but Streetwise, for example, is just vastly unfair for killer. You can't leave that in the game, so if you can't necessarily fix it immediately, then you just gotta kill switch it. Tomorrow, August 6th, today recording is August 5th, we are releasing a hotfix to address a number of issues introduced recently. This hotfix will address the issues related to Streetwise and Last Stand, but we agree that we should not wait any longer to activate the kill switch on them and are doing so now. Okay, so that's awesome. They're only going to be kill switched for a day and then they'll be back in the game. We will also make small adjustments to fog vials, decreasing base fog opacity and the volume of ambient fog audio. Another hotfix is underway, scheduled to follow next week. Among others, this hotfix will address the blood rush issues you are currently experiencing in the game. Fog vials will also be adjusted to add a limit to their uses in a trial, moving away unlimited uses. I like that as well. I think the 1 minute cooldown on fog vials isn't really enough, but only because it's unlimited, so I kind of like the idea of keeping it a minute, not extending the time, but just maybe the limit to like 3 or 4 uses. I think that's pretty fair. Processes overhaul. As a result of your feedback and internal discussions on the same topic, we will immediately be rebuilding our internal kill switch process to be more nimble and better account for community sentiment. We understand you have an expectation of this tool that doesn't match how we've been using it and wish to improve this. Again, great stuff. If they've got like a PR team or something writing this, they need a raise if they're not paid enough. This is perfect. Once we've settled on a new process, we will clearly communicate the criteria to trigger a kill switch to make sure your expectations are better in line with our actions. Finally, we wanted to address the comments made by the team about the kill switch in Streetwise. We apologize for how these comments dismissed your feelings about the importance of quickly addressing Streetwise and further fan the flames of an already tense topic. I assume they're talking about the responses where they were saying like they won't typically kill switch something unless it's making the game unplayable or something like that, because that can be pretty dismissive. So I'm just assuming that's what it is. We're grateful for your feedback, which helps us identify places where we can improve and reevaluate our processes, changing course when it's needed to improve the Dead by Daylight experience for us all. As a live game, we know this conversation is ongoing and we appreciate you for being part of it with us. So that's the full response. I think it's honestly perfect, and I'm not saying that this excuses the poor release that was the Walking Dead chapter release. That's going to be a stain, forever. I still believe it was an incredibly lazy update, but I do appreciate the quick fixes that we're getting, and the overall transparency is much appreciated. So yeah, that's about it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a great night.